Greetings, fellow humans. Welcome back to the MC show. We got a couple conference finals games to discuss, break down, all that good stuff. But before we get into that, I'm gonna need y'all to do a little something for me. If you could like and subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all watching the videos and like not subscribing, I don't like that. You're making me upset. It's a quick little like 10-second thing. You just if you watching this full screen, you just click the full screen button. You go down, you click subscribe, you hit the like button, and you come back. It's real easy. You know what I'm saying? So, please do that for me. I'm gonna give y'all some time. I'm gonna give y'all some time. You done? Oh, you did it? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we finna get started on the conference finals. I thought we should start with Boston and the Pacers. I thought I feel like sometimes we might not know basketball rules, so I thought I would take this time to explain basketball rules to the Indiana Pacers. So if you're an Indiana fan, or if you could somehow relay this message to the team, that would mean a lot to me. Indiana, you're the yellow team, right? The yellow team is supposed to pass the ball to everyone with yellow on. Okay? Yellow people pass the ball to yellow people. Yellow people do not pass the ball to green people. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Because the yellow people, you want to win the game. You don't win the game by passing the ball to the green people. See, what happened was you guys had the game, but then you guys gave the ball up 21 times, by the way, to the green team. The green people then was like, "Oh, listen, you gonna give the ball to us? Thank you. We'll win the game." That's how y'all lost. You understand what I'm saying? If you are the yellow people, everybody with the yellow jersey on, that's who you pass the ball to. So then that's how you guys score baskets, and stuff like that. If you pass the ball to the green people, then the green people score and then you lose. I just thought like we could like get that out the way real quick because sometimes like the basketball like it might be a little confusing and stuff. So I was just like, let me break it down for y'all. I hope that helped. I hope that helped for real. But the Pacers, 21 turnovers. What what you doing? Why are you giving the ball away so many times to an elite offense like that? And the Pacers defense wasn't good. Their offense was really good. If you take out all the turnovers, their offense was very good. They made shots, they made threes, they passed the ball well. They had almost 40 assists for the game. Like they were getting into their offense. Their offense was not a problem at all. Besides obviously the turnovers, right? They were up three. They didn't foul up three. Jalen Brown makes a crazy game tying three in the corner. Well, within Pascal Siakam's face, that all could have been avoided if Tyrese Halliburton doesn't turn the ball over twice down the stretch. If they foul when they were up three when Boston had the ball, it's like little mistakes like that. Like you could have stole game one on the road. There's no pressure on you guys because nobody expects you to win. So if you putting even more pressure on the Boston Celtics, if you end up taking game one on the road, but instead you guys gave it away. Then you give Boston 5 more minutes to somehow pull out a win, and they do. Indiana, don't turn the ball over. Please play better defense. Please play a better defense. Thank you. One thing I did like about Indiana though, I don't want to disrespect them too much because they almost won the game. I love their offense. Like I said, they had almost 40 assists. They were moving the ball so well. Miles Turner has been fantastic offensively this entire playoffs. Continued Halliburton, another great shooting display. Even like Aaron Neesmith, Andrew Nemhard. Andrew Nemhard, that step back is his thing, especially going to his left. If he step back going to his left, it's like automatic. Whether it's a three or like a mid range shot, that step back, that's his move. That's his move. I could see how comfortable he is with that throughout this playoff series. But they were good offensively. Pascal Siakam was also very good. I liked how they kept attacking Al Horford. Now Al Horford is still good. You feel me? He's still good. Like defensively, he's what 37, but he's not like an old 37. He's still a little nimble. He can still get blocks. He's still a pretty good low post defender. But they were attacking him. They were attacking him in the pick and roll. Al Horford is always playing drop, so Tyrese Halliburton ate off the drop. Pascal Siakam, when he would get the ball at the free throw line, it was face up jumper after face up jumper. If Boston might have to blitz a little more, I would say, to get Pascal off his spots, let him get so comfortable. Maybe even get Halliburton to cough up the ball a little more, because obviously Indiana Pacers have a turnover problem. But I liked how they kept attacking Al Horford. They kept attacking the drop coverage. That might still be there for them. They don't have Kristaps Porzingis. If they were to play both of them, you presumably would have one of them be able and be in a better help position, so it would scare off Halliburton or Andrew Nembhard or whoever has the ball, to not go into the paint and all that. But they were able to get to the paint. They were able to get the mid-range shots off. They got good enough three-point production. They just can't turn the ball over. They just can't do that. And they have to play better defense. On Boston side, Tatum had 36. I wouldn't like, to be honest. I don't know about me, but I don't think he was that clutch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was 11 for 25. He didn't play a bad game. I'm not trying to. I'm a hater a little bit, because I'm a Miami fan, but he had the 3-pointer at the end to put them up by 3, or put them up by 5, and then he had the and one when T.J. McConnell tried to foul him. But overall, I felt like there was a lot of times in the fourth quarter and in overtime where he would take these step back jumpers and things like that, or these fadeaway jump shots, and they just didn't he didn't make them. Like, there's gonna be a time where he's gonna have to take more clutch shots, and he just has to do a better job of taking better shots. That's what I had to say. But he still played a pretty good game. Obviously, Jaylen Brown played pretty good. Jaylen Brown and Jrue Holiday, who had 27 points, they ended up combining for 90 points. You don't get a great offensive game from Derek White. Al Horford started to hit a few more of his threes after basically going 0 for 12 in a row against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Boston, I expect Boston to be better. They've lost every single game too so far in these playoffs. I thought defensively it was the issue. Like, they were, and when I say they, I mean Indiana Pacers were way too comfortable in their offensive sets, and they have to do a better job. Like, the way Jrue Holiday was guarding Tyrese Halliburton at the end, I forced that turnover. He has to do a little bit more of that. He just made second team on defense. Again, him and Derek White, both second team on defense. Like, we need some second team on defensive performance for 48 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Or however many minutes you guys end up playing. So Boston, their offense, they were fine. They started off. They were at one point, they weren't making a lot of threes, but I think at the end they ended up making enough threes, so their percentage wasn't that bad. But defensively, that gotta do a better job of making them uncomfortable. But game 2 is tonight, so we'll see what adjustments they make. Now, going on to last night's game 1 between the Dallas Mavericks, and I'm hot, y'all. I am really hot. It's summertime now. It's getting ridiculous now. It's getting ridiculous. Sorry. Let's get back to business. You got Dallas, Minnesota, game 1 in Minnesota. Minnesota ends up losing by 3. Dallas is up 1-0. Okay? Takeaways. 1. I think Towns, listen, Minnesota's top 2 versus the Dallas Mavericks top 2. To me, that's where the game was lost when it comes to Minnesota. Towns was 6 for 20, and what's his name? Anthony Edwards was 6 for 16. Not efficient at all. Anthony Edwards, if just in case Reggie Miller didn't say it 50 million times during the game, Anthony Edwards did look tired at the end because he had the assignment of guarding Kyrie and also trying to be the number 1 option. Okay, it tired him out. They should be better and well rested for next game, hopefully. But that was where the game was lost, because you had Irving with 30 points. He was much more aggressive, and Luka had 33. He hit some clutch shots at the end to put the game away. Irving, uh, especially in the second round, just got off to really slow starts. His teammates have picked it up. You know, the Derek Lively's and Jaden Hardy's, who's given them pretty good minutes off the bench lately. Who he's been coming in over Tim Hardaway Jr., who's barely even playing, to be honest. PJ Washington, who didn't play well but did hit a three in the fourth quarter like he did in Game 6 of the previous series. Uh, Maybe cold all game, but if you need a three, especially in the corner, because he's pretty good from the corners, he ended up hitting the shot. Kyrie had 30 points. He was very aggressive. He had 13 points for the first quarter, and he said during the game like he's been in the conference finals before. A lot of his other teammates have not been. He's reached the pinnacle. He's reached the top. He had all the experience, so it was important for him to get everything started early. I love that. I love that he was aggressive and looking for his shot. Because the PJ Washington isn't gonna average like 18, 20 points every series. Josh Green and the rest of the role players, like him and Luka have to set the tone, and he did that very early on. Luka followed. It was both really good games offensively for both of them. They both even Luka had this very good defensive play at the end where Mike Conley tried to throw a Rudy Gobert lob and he knocked it away and all that. Like both very good games from them. On the other side, though, Jaden Daniels was probably their best offensive player all night. He was fantastic. Another 24-point game. This is his third 20-point game in a row. He's been fantastic offensively. Of course, he is also someone who was named to second team all defense, so congrats to him. But you just need more because Dallas only made 6 threes. 6. A team with those levels of offensive guys only end up making 6 threes, bro. And then Minnesota outscored them by, I think they scored like 18 threes. They shot 18 threes. Like having that big of a different point differential in the 3-point shot is like they shouldn't have lost. That's where the Edwards and Towns, them being very inefficient, comes in. Edwards had 13 points in the first half. I thought he had an amazing floor game in the first half. 13 points. I think he had like, I don't know, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. He played a very good floor game. He played very smart. He was getting off the ball. Like Dallas wasn't double teaming him. And the Denver series, they double teamed him every single time he got the ball, but they didn't do that against Edwards. So Edwards was able to dictate everything he could offensively. He was making shots, but in the second half, again, fatigue came in. He only hit 2 threes in the fourth quarter. Those were his only points in the second half. He has to do a better job of attacking, be a little bit more aggressive, maybe try to get to the free throw line a little bit more. And Karl-Anthony Towns, same thing, 6 for 20. He has to be better offensively. He has to be more efficient. Even Mike Conley. I didn't think Mike Conley played that well in terms of shooting the ball. He didn't make he only made 1 3 in the entire game, and he was 1 for 4 from the free throw line too. That's also a big discrepancy. They were 11 and 18 from the free throw line. They missed 7 free throws compared to like 4 free throws for Dallas. You have to credit Dallas. Dallas has been fantastic defensively ever since the All-Star break. Anthony Edwards is going to have to be the best player on the floor for, if not all the games, most of the rest of the series in order to win, because we all know how efficient Kyrie is, and we know how good Luka is. Even if he has an inefficient game, he can still somehow put up 25, 10, and 10. He's going to need to sort of match that production every single night if they want a chance to win. Game 2 is tomorrow. Every game is basically every other day for each team. So today we got the game 2 for the Celtics and the Pacers. Then tomorrow, Minnesota and Dallas again for game 2, and so on and so forth. Every day is going to be a game until the finals between the East and the West. So that's it. That's all I really have for y'all today. I mean, I guess we could go over all NBA and all defensive teams. I didn't really mention that at all. Let me sit down, y'all. I was gonna be like, let me stand up for the whole video. I can't do that. Okay, but like, yeah. So we got all defense. Let's start with that because that came out first. We have first team all defense. We have Gobert, Bam, Anthony Davis, Herb Jones, and Victor Wembanyama, who is the first rookie to ever make first team all defense in the history of the NBA. So I guess congrats to him. Second team all defense, you got Jaden McDaniels, Derek White, Drew Holiday, as I already mentioned, Alex Caruso, and Jalen Suggs. I loved it. I don't think I would switch anybody out uh, or around on first team all defense or second team all defense. I think the list is honestly perfect. I think it's interesting how a lot of centers, except for Herb Jones, of course, were on first team, and a lot of the guards were on second team. It just shows that, like, even in today's game, where perimeter defense is extremely. Hold on, let me put this down a little bit. Yeah, so y'all can see me better. Even though, like, we're in a game and we're in a league where perimeter defense is extremely important now more than ever, due to the fact that the 3-point shot is probably the most dangerous weapon in today's game. It's still important to have a very good defensive center in the league. That's what it comes down to. Even in today's league, to have a good defensive center like Bam or Anthony Davis or Wemby, Gobert, like, it's still the most important position to have a very good defender in. But shout out to those guys. All NBA teams came out yesterday. First team All NBA, you got Tatum, Luka, Shea, Giannis, Jokic. Second team, you got Brunson, Durant, Kawhi, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards. Third team, you have Steph, LeBron, Sabonis, Devin Booker, and Tyrese Halliburton. I love the names. Those are the 15 names I personally would choose if I had an All NBA vote. I understand, like, if Tatum, because I assumed that people voted Tatum first, just due to the fact that Boston was so good and they were the number one team in the NBA and all that. Me personally, I think All NBA is more of an individual award. So I'm not saying Tatum didn't deserve to make it. I'm not saying it's crazy that Tatum made it. It's not. It's fine. But I think you can make a fair argument that Brunson deserved that first team All NBA over Jason Tatum, because I think Jalen Brunson had a better overall individual season than Jason Tatum. Especially if you think about how the Knicks were without their second best player for like half the season. For them to still be able to make to the second scene, it was solely on Jalen Brunson's ability to just score 30 and 40 a ridiculous amount of times after the All-Star break. So I guess you could pick and choose who you want there, but overall, I don't really think that is that big of a deal. I know Sabonis, for like us Miami Heat fans, is a problem, because like, is Bam better than Sabonis? How come Sabonis gets over Bam when he can't guard a parking spot? But I give him credit. Most triple doubles in the league, most double doubles in the league. He is an offensive machine, but come on, we all know Bam is better. But yeah, I saw people even were saying, how come Kawhi got second team? Did y'all watch Kawhi this season, bro? He was so good on both ends of the floor. Like, the recency bias shows that, like, y'all forgot how good Kawhi was. Y'all think, oh, he averaged 23 points. Like, bro, Kawhi was amazing this season. He played 68 games, the most games he played in like 6 years. He was fantastic. He absolutely deserved it. I understand if you want to put LeBron on second team, I'm not against that either, but let's give Kawhi a little bit more credit. He was great on both ends of the floor this season when he was healthy, and he didn't miss any games until April when the knee inflammation started. If the knee inflammation wasn't there, he would play like 75 games this season, and then I don't think anybody could really complain. But he played 68 games. He only missed 14 games of the season. That's really good when you compare it to the rest of the
the last few years, where he's always had these knee problems. So I don't really have a gripe with that. I thought it was fine. Again, all NBA teams were really good. I would vote them almost the exact same way. So congrats to all of those guys. But that's all we have for today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any and all help is greatly appreciated. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.